too. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Do you want to give an opening statement?
Nope, I don't. I can go straight to questions.
Okay.
I don't need opening statement.
Okay, we're going to go straight to questions, so please raise your hand and we will get a mic to you. Right here up front.
Hi, Coach. Gabrielle Lewis from The Next.
Hello.
The end of last season, with the SC tournament, was a real high to end on, and you know how to do those SC tournaments well. How does it feel having ended the season with that, and does that bring, a level of confidence into this year?
Absolutely. That was the momentum that we needed at the end of the year. Get our players more confident and something that we could build on over the summer. So now they knew what they were capable of. They didn't have to question or doubt it. And they took that into the summer along with a lot of hard work. So coming into this season, new mindset, new team, new energy, new goals.
Your team brought in an NIL director this offseason. Why did you all do that? And what do you feel like that's added to your team?
Yes, we hired Liz Brown. I am so thankful for her. The NIL is a big part of what we do now. And as a coach, you want to coach basketball, and there are so many facets of our job, but having an NIL director that can go out, meet with businesses, build the relationships and rapport, meet with our players, and give them an opportunity to build their brand. Was so thankful for Mr. Barnhart for allowing me to have that position, and it allows me to coach basketball, what I want to do.
Speaking of that coaching staff, a lot of new coaches this offseason being brought in. Can you talk about that transition and how y'all have been adjusting to some new faces?
Yes, thank you for asking about the staff. I love my staff. Sent them a message last night, like, y'all are my people. But have Coach Nia Butts, who's been with me. We played together. We've been best friends for a long time. I'm still putting up with her, but her knowledge of the game, she probably knows me better than anyone on the staff and in the program. Coach Jen Hoover, another former head coach. She is a wealth of basketball knowledge, passionate. Added Coach Crystal Kelly this year, which I'm so excited about. This is telling my age, but actually recruited her at Western Kentucky. So when I called her back, I was like, after carving 42 pumpkins to get you to Western Kentucky, I know I'm going to get a yes to Kentucky. But having another Kentucky girl understanding what it means to represent the state of Kentucky, then added Coach Jamal Rhodes and Coach Jen Huth, both great people who love the game, passionate. But let me tell you, going from 4 coaches to 6 coaches on the floor, that's a lot of people on the floor, but it's been a lot of fun. Now, that's adding not just our coaches, but our practice team who thinks they're coaches too, along with our managers. So I'm managing a lot of people in practice that all think they can coach, but it's been a fun ride.
Your former player, Ryan Howard, is back in the SEC at Florida. What's it like having her back? Was there any discussion with her to have her maybe come to Kentucky?
I'm so happy for Ryan. She's an unbelievable talent. She knows exactly where home is. She had a great career at Kentucky, and it's relationships goes way beyond the 4 years. So I'm excited for her to be back in the SEC, something on her resume. Obviously, she's killing it in the WNBA, but when the ball stops bouncing, our goal for every player, not just Ryan, is to make sure that they're prepared for life after basketball. So she was just in Lexington maybe a week ago, and she was in our huddle. And I said, you know what? I'm just so proud of you. You have a WNBA job, but also another job. So you are a productive citizen of the world. So we did something right at Kentucky. So happy and proud for her.
Just what do you think is the overall state of the SEC right now with all these teams and the really star players that are in it?
Well, this league is the best league in the country for a reason. Unbelievable coaches, a lot of talented players. It is a gauntlet, so every day you have to bring your A game. But I just think the caliber of teams that we have, when you look at the reigning national champions, they have been from the SEC. So in order to be the best, you have to play the best, and the best is the SEC conference.
Can you speak a little bit about recruiting Brooklyn Miles out of the portal, and then the other folks that you've brought on that are new this year?
Yes. Brooklyn Miles, it's been great to have her back home. She's a Kentucky girl. We recruited her on the front end. Obviously, it didn't work out for us, but it's been great having her back. Brooklyn brings that dog and edge that we need. She's very competitive. She's a vocal leader, but she also understands what it means to put that Kentucky jersey on, being from the state of Kentucky. We have 2 freshmen in Janae Walker and Jordy Griggs. I love their competitive spirit, but they're being coachable right now. It's a transition to be a freshman. They don't know what hit them yet. They're still trying to get through practice. But, I love their ability to be resilient, and they will both help us.
Cora Hall for Knox News. Maddie Shear has been, very impressive for you guys. How would you describe her evolution since she arrived and going into this last season?
Maddie Shear's a pro. I think she came in a year ago and was baptized by fire, was still trying to find her way, her voice on this team. Towards the end of last year, she found that, and this summer, she's really emerged as the leader on this team. You're not going to find anyone more competitive than her. Even in practice, she will take a coach's practice plan to make sure the scoring is correct. So she has to read over it before we start the drill, so she makes sure that her team is getting the correct points on the board. But her competitive spirit. She's going to fight, claw. She loves winning, and that is contagious. And I think she will really come into her own this year. Now she knows where she fits.
I know, like I said earlier, you've had some really great ends of the season the past couple years, but how do you keep that consistent throughout the entire season, starting in November?
Yes, we would like to start that way as well. Obviously, it's a process, but, I think having veteran guards this year will help us. And it is a player-led team. So it's one thing, obviously, I set the tone along with the staff, but when you have those voices in the locker room echoing what you're trying to get done, the culture, we have a leadership council, and they've really been trying to do that. So now everyone is invested. And then, setting the tone early in practice. We've done a better job of putting their backs against the wall. So now we're going to get tested in the non-conference and be ready for the conference season. But we're looking for that steadiness this year.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Go Cats.